Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Adelaide and this is episode 4 of my Arise a Simple Story playthrough. In our last episode we covered chapters Romance and Fruit, which led into this next chapter being called Ashes. As we can see right here, the next chapter, being the one that we're going to be playing, has started off on a really somber note. We saw in Fruit that the partner of this man was pregnant and expecting a baby, and unfortunately something went wrong. So I'm expecting this chapter to be quite difficult to get through, but hopefully it will become brighter at some point in the next few chapters to come. Before I get started, please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and let's begin. Oh man, I already feel such a heaviness through the sound that he just made and the trudging. Okay. His head's still down, but we've picked up the pace. Just having a look to see if there's any memories. Not that I really would like to see more right now. It's just so sad as we go through these highs and lows of this person's life. And the things that he's experiencing are not too different to what people experience, obviously, in this world, hence why they're relatable through these different chapters that we've been going through thus far. Okay, do I go to the lighter side or do I go to the darker side? I wonder if it changes our direction much. He needs a bit of light, so let's go this way. Oh, look at that, there's a memory up there. If I stand here, I'll be able to still see it, and then if I manipulate time. That's interesting. It's taken me a little bit, but I've just realized that along the sides of the screen and just in front of us, we've got thorny vines, which could imply that this is the vines that we were seeing in the chapter Fruit, now that have come crashing down and unfortunately have died or become weeds, but it looks more dark, so I'm going to assume that they have shriveled up and died, which is really sad. Just so sad. Oh man, I've gotten distracted. We went one direction with the time manipulation, so let's go the other way. Okay, that didn't change too much from this perspective, but if we come down here, do we jump from this part over there? That's a bit far. Oh, there we go. Okay. Get the little tool, little grappling hook. Oh. So at first glance, obviously your focus goes towards the crib, which we'd seen in the previous episode that he was collecting wood for to carve and create himself. But then looking across the illustration, we see their shadows and the sadness that's come of the situation. So man. Heavy themes in this game, that's for sure. How do I get back across? Alright. I wonder if we continue this way then, because I don't think we're going to be able to make it across there. And where would we be going anyway? Alright, I'm going to go back. This might have just been an area to collect the memory. Down the dark path. His little huffs are a bit different now. Okay, we've got more light at this end. So let's see what we can do here. Ooh, that's strange. It curls up when we change the time. Maybe we can make that. Oh, good. Okay. Not as difficult as what I thought it was going to be. Oh, these are becoming very entangled. Oh. If you watched episode 2, you would be familiar with what's in front of us. No, don't like it, don't like it. More of these shadowy figures and... No, I'm not ready for that. Huh? Look at that! There was a cheeky one that was just coming straight for me. I don't even know if I finished my sentence and just got so frightened. I think I could see fire behind them, but I mean, we learnt that light causes them to disappear. We used the time manipulation. I eventually realized how to use the time manipulation in that particular chapter. That was to do with lightning. So, just... Oh, okay. Let's just see. Oh man, are we meant to walk in that direction? That looks pretty dangerous. The fire's just engulfing this field. How far does it come? All this way. So I'm guessing a pathway gets formed as I slowly bring back the time, if that makes sense. But that would mean that some of the shadowy figures would appear, so I have to be really careful. But from what we discussed from our last chapter alone, kind of came to the conclusion that these shadowy figures are a manifestation of the depression he felt when he was alive and going through the experience that was relevant to that chapter. So I'm assuming this is the same sort of thing, but for this circumstance. So unlike that previous chapter, we didn't have fire, so I'm assuming that this is just an escalated feeling, and I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Now to navigate it, we will do our best. That's all I can say. I might put on the pause feature. Oh, he's coughing. Oh, he can't breathe. I wonder if that's gonna... Look at him, he was smoking. Okay, so... I'm not sure how to approach this. Alright, we'll just try, and if we die, at least the checkpoints are quick. Oh, I feel like I'm really close to the fire. Just have to stay close to it. Close enough to it though, because if those shadows come back, they're gonna try and get me. Oh, I'm actually in the fire, which is not great. I'm sorry, this could be really painful to watch because of how slow I'm taking it. But it will be over. Oh, look at that. Look at... No. Not even gonna try. I feel really, really bad. I'm sorry. But we're gonna make it through this. Oh, we're not gonna make it through this! I think he died of smoke until... Ah! Ah! No! What? They came even closer. Just... I don't want to sound sadistic, but burn them up. I don't want them around me. Thanks, but no. But now I've got to work out how to do this again. Fast enough to get through it, but not wanting to kill him by accidentally walking in the fire, but not wanting to kill him by being unable to breathe. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, come on. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Now we've got like a mountain of fire in front of us. And there's like not really a way for me to test it like how I have been in the past, where I can kind of see in front of me and get a little bit of an indication as to how to manipulate the time for the better outcome, like with going across a log or something that's in the water, and I can see if the water goes up high or something depending on the way I manipulate the time. I hope that makes sense. I'm quite concerned right now. So that's interesting. Why is her face not defined? I think that could be one of the first carvings where we haven't seen her face properly defined. That's setting off some red flags about what this situation may have done to her. I've just got it in the slow motion. Oh, but if I do that, are they all gonna come back in front of me? It's just nothing. It's just complete black. Oh, man. Okay. This would be hot under his feet. Ew! Ew! No! Oh, God. No, just right behind me. Oh my gosh. Just get to the rock. No, we're not meant to get up the rock, okay? I think we're gonna die though if we don't get up the rock. We need to do this. He doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, maybe we don't have to do this. Maybe we can still work this out. The fire doesn't change at all on this side. Oh, okay. It's because I didn't realize I still had my finger on the right trigger. So we were in slow motion. Okay. So I've got to have the fire backing me, which is interesting because how close does the fire need to be to me to remove them? Oh, it's going to be like little by little. Oh, I feel so bad. It's coughing. It's just... like willing them to disappear. And now I've got climbing. Alright. Well. Okay. Haven't noticed any memories, but I must admit I am very distracted by the whole situation that is going on right now. So yes, I apologize if you're seeing them and I'm just being oblivious. Okay, so if I take my finger off the trigger, so we should make that, right? Like, okay, one thing at a time. We'll just try and get across and then assess the direction of where things are to go. Oh, that answers that. That's good, at least. So we need the fire to come down. I'll do the memory. Too distracted. I'll do the memory. So we have missed one. Oh, so that, I mean, you could assume that that's just firewood for the purpose of being firewood, but you could also think that could be the wood that he's put aside to do all these beautiful carvings for the child that they were waiting for. And if that was the case, it's just so sad. So sad. And this music really emphasizes that feeling of being broken, and contemplative isn't the right word necessarily, but just thinking about what the future could have been and how that's no longer going to be the case. It was unforeseen. And that's really tough. Okay, let's move back a little bit, maybe. Oh, how much burning? Okay. So if I fast forward, it burns it all up. That's great. But when do the shadowy figures come back? I'll try and just hold that. I didn't pay enough attention to see if I need to do anything with this vine. I just have to be careful because the fire will come back. Okay, it doesn't seem to really be changing much, so I'm just going to hold it there in case we do need it. Ooh. No, that was a thud. Maybe go on it this way. Oh. But where do we go? Can we just jump this way? Bring the fire back. Oh, this is so risky. Does it not change the... Oh, look at that. That is so cheeky. Here I am thinking it affected the whole area, but it was just a little piece. But then I need to move the fire back, so... Oh. That's okay. That was meant to happen. Yeah. Okay, so that little thought I literally just shared seems to be what is going on here, because that carving implied a future that he was obviously looking forward to sharing with his partner and child, and that will no longer be. So, let's just hold that in slow-mo right now, because These friends are back. So if I go, oh, I didn't have to jump over that. If I go around here, yep, climbing wall, good. Are they going to come close? This is working. It's just... Is this going to meet in the middle? I'm meant to climb down or climb up? No. Go in this direction? No. Slide. Oh, jump. Okay. I have to be careful because like they'll come back, but if I'm closer to the light, oh, it shouldn't affect me. Even though I can see some, look at that. To the left there's some beady eyes. Alright. We'll do this. Hopefully not drop into the fire. Oh, okay, sorry. There's nothing there! So, are we gonna make it if I jump across? I have to be careful so I don't jump into that fire, so I'll push that back a little further. Look at them all waiting. Well, we could make it, but the drop kills him. Alright. And if I throw that up there, and then if I do the time to go forward. Oh! This vine is moving. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, look at them, they're all just swaying. How do I bring the fire back though? Because no, again, it should just be behind me. As long as I've got it in slow-mo, that should be fine. Alright. Let's let go. And bring the fire close enough to try and get rid of these guys. Ooh. Thought the fire had me then. Oh man. Ooh. Just concentrating. That was too close for comfort. So I'll drop down. And does it? Yep, it burns up that. Ooh. And it burns up here too, so I should check out what's around here. I'm gonna have to go up there, right? Maybe then I need to search down here. Oh man. So this fire, I'm not entirely sure where I'm meant to go, because this fire is going to continue and it's obviously got to burn this, but where do I go to get out of the way? time. Do I let it just do it in bits? That's not really how it's worked in the past. Oh, just fall off the edge. So there's got to be something. Obviously I'm missing something, but there's got to be something out of immediate sight. It's obviously not below us. It's not like a random platform. It's not jumping on the vines. It's not climbing up this vine. Oh, look at that. It's so faint. Whereabouts? What angle do you go? You just must hold on to it. And then I probably could just let it play out normally. Okay, and then I'll hold that and then I'll go back. They're all up there. Okay. I let the fire happen. How do I bring it back? Ooh. So this is a really interesting like platform design with using this light in the opposite directions with the puzzles in between. Hide something around here. This looks like a hidey area. Or is this just the area to go? Of course. Not a hidey area at all. Maybe this is the hidey area. No, that just stays there. Or maybe back here. No. Okay. Well, that's where I would have put a memory. Oh dear. Definitely no memories. Okay. So we need that. That was nice. I think that's one of the first ones I've noticed where he doesn't stumble or fall down when he's jumped across things. Okay. Oh, was that their canoe? The angle of that didn't look quite right, but does that mean that they are falling out of... Let's have another look. No, it's fine, it's okay. I was going to say, because if that's their canoe, that's referencing the romance chapter, which would imply that they're like maybe not falling out of love, but because of the circumstances, they may have found it too difficult to go on as a couple together. glad it's not that, but it's still really sad. So where should I jump down? Here. Oh, all there, but anyway. Is that the way to go? That seems to be like a way to go, so we'll just check to the side. Is there a side to check to? No, that's just vines. Okay. Let's move on then. Yes, that looks like a very big obstacle. I feel his pain. He's going through so much, and then on top of all of this, it's in his afterlife. So the poor guy can't catch a break when it comes to these experiences, which are upsetting, to say the least. And for me personally, it's the climbing wall that's making me feel a little bit alarmed, but that's okay. We'll get there. We'll get to that light. Just a few things we're going to have to be mindful of. So far so good though. This is alright. I'm just worried that these vines are going to have to be lit on fire as we're going up higher. Ooh. Ooh. Look at that. It just juts out. Try and... Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yep, go up. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Big jump. Okay, another big jump. Visibility is, I'm trying to duck down to look. Yeah, that's much better. Oh, making it harder for myself, but I'm not sure how I'm meant to see. I guess if he just can't go up, I have to do a big jump. Surely I can drop it now. Okay, good. Alright, look, we're more than halfway! Oh, okay, so he just did the rest. That was nice! Music still sounds a bit somber, but... Yeah, I was gonna say, it's starting to change. Like, there's still good things to look forward to. And her carving is obviously defined here, but I remember making that statement earlier. So with those bigger carvings that lit up on fire, she had more of a defined, I was going to say face, but it's more of her head. So hopefully that means they came through this and they're able to get through it together. Ooh, check out what's next. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, that was the wife or the partner. It's like they're worlds apart, and at the same time their worlds are just like destroyed through the death of their child. Wow. And this piece of music like really draws you in. I've noticed it with every episode, and I'm sure I've mentioned it in every episode, that the music is just beautiful, but it really feels like it's its own character. The more that I've played, it just sets the tone, and as it varies throughout the actual chapter, it makes you feel so many different things, but it also alludes to stuff that is going on. Like, I feel like I've actually made predictions through listening to the music and hearing that shift in its sound. So it's really interesting. It's a really interesting addition or feature to the game. And that's an interesting touch in the sound right now as he's walking around, and obviously you're seeing surrounding him like pieces of glass, and it sounds like he's walking on pieces of glass. Really, yeah, it's just really making me think that they're just shattered. They're just so broken. Like the broken pieces of glass, it's something that's actually broken, but then hearing this sound, it emphasizes just the gravity of the situation and what it's doing to their relationship. And funny I say that because, like, look at his jumping. When he jumps, the gravity is different. It's not the same as the other episodes where he's been jumping around. I wonder how far that extends. Like if I tried to jump from this platform or from this rock to that platform, whether or not the lack of gravity in that jump would allow him to actually get there. But I feel like in saying that, because we're not jumping very high, he's not going to be able to achieve that. But getting across, I just thought he died, but thankfully we didn't. Getting across here is probably achievable. I didn't actually look to see if there's any memories up the back, so nothing. Sorry, that was just probably something everyone else noticed, but I was too busy thinking through the situation. Alright, let's try this. Well, didn't quite work how I had anticipated it to, but maybe that is because after all that, I forgot to use the time function. There we go. So that whole lot of talking I've just done, this platform has been moving. Isn't that funny? Okay. Try again. There we go. That was much better. I still sometimes catch myself trying to shift the camera angles. It's not something I'm used to, I guess. Oh, man. Of course, it makes much more sense. Line it up like that. Why is that one? Oh, it's just the edges. Okay. Interesting. Maybe there's like a that's magnetized or something. That glowy part that I'm heading to now. If I hop down and walk around, I wonder if there might be a memory hiding behind here. No. Okay. And up. I do like the shimmery effect jump back. Oh, okay. Of course, I forgot that we've previously done that with the trees in other chapters. Okay, so let's turn this around. I was just assessing whether or not we'd be able to get across to the other platform, but I don't think so. I love, like, this shot right here, how she's the focal point and she's just so isolated. Like, we've just gone through his journey of trying to reconcile his thoughts about what the future could have been like or would have been like, but she's obviously still going through that process. Is this the memory from the first chapter? Oh, it would be so sad if, because I obviously haven't been able to get all the memories, if part of this was meant to be like I had accumulated more memories, so this is going to have a better outcome. I hope not. I don't think that's how this game would work. It's been quite linear, but I know I haven't got all the memories, so yeah, I'm now questioning whether or not I actually will be penalized for it. Alright. Drag that closer. So cute though. So the shimmer trail we've seen in the other chapters. Jump into it. Oof, that was a fail. Let's try again. Maybe jump into it from here. That might be... Oh, no. Am I at the right angle for it? Jump off the rock. I think the game's trying to help me because the camera angle's shifted. That is something I've noticed, and I think I've commented on. It can be a little bit tricky to know where to jump to in the sense of what angle, because you don't have that control over the camera. Okay, so all it took was us to just be sucked into the shimmer trail. Got there in the end. Just gently manipulating the time. Okay. So the sunflowers and the snails are in reference to an earlier chapter. So it was a better situation to what is obviously happening now, and the time that this memory is taking place, of course. No. Just jump across. A memory up there. You must be able to get up a bit higher to jump down onto it. I wonder if you use these floating snail shells to actually like jump across the leaves so you can achieve that height to go to that memory, but in the background doesn't move at all. I don't think this is gonna get us back over there, unfortunately. Unless we can... It's interesting how she continues to stay the focal point. Look, there's a memory there too. He must have known people were gonna... What was that? That was bizarre. Lack of gravity just threw me out into the middle of nowhere. It's like, did he die again? I don't know if I've noticed eyes drawn on them before, because he doesn't actually have eyes to emote. as you're playing him or watching the the short cut scenes. I wouldn't necessarily call them cut scenes as such, but I don't know what else you would call them. But yeah, definitely a sense of like, what do I do? They're like little snippets. Because they're obviously not gameplay, but at the same time, they're so short and like concise that, yeah, I don't know. My preference is to call them little snippets. Alright, this actually might take us back to the flower that had the memory on it. It'd be nice if it just worked out like that. Oh, should I jump across to that? Again, it's hard to know if it's higher up or... It looks like it's on the same level. Oh, good. Our little bumblebee friends. Okay, so we're gonna have to really get some height here. Oh. Hopefully the gravity will just... Oh, good. Or I should say the lack of gravity should just help us get across. Not as cheerful as when we did this earlier on. Oh, gosh. About there. Yeah, look at that. It's within sight, so... That's nice. Should take us back. Okay. Let's come back down here. Really getting this from all different angles. Like the same sort of illustration, but just from different angles. Make that jump? I don't think so. Go back this way. Every now and then I hear like a rumble, the earth's cracking and shattering. Another earlier just get sucked into this again. I'm at the right angle, I hope. It's like a very empty space until like the music comes in. I got too engrossed in listening to the piece that I forgot that I needed to shift time. So let's do that. Wonder if I meant to get on there. Are revisiting different elements of the various chapters that we've played. Like before, I thought we were getting quite close to her. Let's let go. Maybe this is like the boulder. Actually, that should have come a lot quicker to memory. From my memory, I should say. Because we did this with the boulder where we had to carefully... makes so much more sense. Oh man. He's reaching out for her. But is she ready? This is such an interesting way to remind us of the boulder, like having to run on it awkwardly. Does it? Hold the other end. Okay. Just let him catch up a little bit. The level design is just so incredible. I just can't get over these different levels that I've played, or different chapters that I've played. Like, each one is just so unique, and the way it expresses the meaning of what it's trying to convey through the narrative. It's just so interesting. too sure how it's going to end, other than the fact that obviously this is his afterlife. But I'm hoping that things improve. But definitely the concepts and the themes are just so, I don't know, like, they're such difficult concepts and themes to talk about, and this game is just handling it so delicately. So this was the conclusion of the Away chapter. Them reaching out to each other because their families and their groups of people went separate ways. So if this is going to go in order of the chapters, the next one I think would be Alone. What I'm seeing at the moment though in the background and it sounds like is the romance chapter. So perhaps that concluded Alone and the Away and Alone chapters, and in actual fact, although it looked like the two carvings were reaching out like they did in the oh, now I'm confusing myself, but either Away or Alone chapter, it ended where they were reaching out across like a cliff to one another, but there was a gap in between. How it got brought together at the end of those two chapters was they obviously reunited, so maybe that's what that's implying. So maybe it's covering two chapters at a time. I hope that made sense. But this seems to be finishing here. So let's just see if we can pull that in. I loved this chapter. I was so taken by the way everything looked and the music and the meaning that I was pulling out of it through the illustrations and analyzing how the lily pads and the flowers looked like dances and was part of a celebration because the couple had come together, they had reunited. But right now I don't have control over moving any of these individual pieces. I think I was just in awe in that chapter because, like, you're in that shimmer trail going around above the actual, like, river itself, observing all the lily pads and all the flowers move as you manipulated the time. And I thought about it after, like, each chapter I've just found to be so thought-provoking, and I thought about it afterwards, and it kind of made me think it was almost as if he'd been swept off his feet because of just the events that had transpired. And obviously I was assuming that they may have gotten married, so if that was the case, it all really made a lot of sense. It was just so lovely. Jump over to that. Oh, no, just keep going. Oh wow, that's me manipulating the time. Poor guy. Not sure how to angle the trees and everything because that obviously ends, but I think we drop. I failed in that chapter too at doing that. There we go, had to do a jump in between. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We keep getting close to her. And... oh. Try again. Just have to try and... there we go. Okay, that was worthwhile. They ended up reuniting yet again, if that's the right word for it. Reconciling, maybe a better one. That's good. Come on, let's drop out of that one. Yep. Nice, okay. So that might mean that we're finally going to get to her over there. I was like, is he gonna throw out 2 grappling hooks? Oh, their love prevailed. That little piece of music at the end of that chapter just got me. But anyway, it seems as we've progressed throughout the chapters that we're heading closer and closer towards that sun that we can see in the horizon. So perhaps that will be where we end up. But for now, I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. These last 2 chapters were quite challenging, and I'm assuming as we go on towards the end that it's going to get more and more difficult, but at the same time really rewarding as we're getting these little story beats throughout. So thank you again. See you next time. Bye.